Good morning, Facebook. This is Gary Rossignol, Cincinnati's rock and roll realtor. I am getting ready to go live in the studio with my guest, Mr. Mike Little. We're going to talk about some stuff that you need. Everyone needs it. Very few have it because they don't know about it. But we're going to tell you all about it today. So hang on.
Here we go.
Oh, wait a minute.
Cincinnati's Oldies Network.
The following is a paid program. Its views and opinions are not necessarily those of this station or its management.
Good morning, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour starring Gary Rossignol of RE/MAX Preferred Group. To be part of the program, dial 513-563-1480 to get your answers to questions about your home and property. That number again, 513-563-1480. Now, here's Gary.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What a different week we all had. We're not going to dwell on the coronavirus this morning. My Saturday mornings with you are about having fun, learning something, and enjoy some music. And this morning I have a friend and colleague. His name is Mr. Mike Little. He's an executive director with LegalShield. And we will explain how apropos this information is today. Right, Mike?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But first, today's rock and roll trivia question for a $10 gift card to Starbucks is this, and call 513-563-1480 if you know the answer. You'll get a $10 gift card to Starbucks. The song The Lion Sleeps Tonight, otherwise known as Weemawa, the theme song for the Disney movie The Lion King, was recorded by what group in 1961? Everyone's heard that song,
Everyone.
right? And by the way, Mike's lovely wife, Nancy, is sitting over here in the corner. She's quiet. Shout out and say hi, Nancy.
Hi, everybody.
There you go.
Boss is in the house.
Yes, she runs the thing, doesn't she?
You got that right.
We can't do without them, that's for sure. I want to shout out to Mary Jo because without her, I couldn't do any of this stuff.
We understand.
Yes, we do. So The Lion Sleeps Tonight, otherwise known as Weemawa, Weemawa. The theme song for the Disney movie The Lion King was recorded by what group in 1961? Everyone's heard that song. Everyone chants it. It's a huge, huge song. But not too many people know who actually made it famous back in 1961. If you know, call 513-563-1480. and get a gift card to Starbucks. You can do the drive-thru.
Got it.
I like to go to a Smoothie King in Westchester for a little afternoon snack. And thank God. Thank you, folks, for being open. They are open. You can walk in. You can call in. You can go online and order. You just can't sit and eat it in the store, but they do carry out, and their smoothies are great.
We definitely need to support them right now.
That's right. That's right. So, Mike, everyone needs it. Everyone can have it, yet less than 10% do. Why is that?
Well, Gary, one of the big reasons they don't know about it. Okay, that's the key, and when I looked at this program back in 1995, it was even less than that, and it's a new service, and most people just don't understand the concept. How can you have access to the legal arena at an affordable rate? And when I did my research, as a former insurance agent, and we were always looking for services we could bring into our clients that, that would help. And so I ran into this, and it just really sounded too good to be true. And usually when it does sound like that, it is. But after 15 days of trying to shoot holes through it, I got excited with it. And it's a product that my clients, they can use. Matter of fact, we want them to use. When I would sell them car insurance, I didn't want them to use it because if they use it, they lose it. Health or life insurance, I didn't want them to use it. They die, and there goes my renewals.
Right.
We didn't want that. But
we don't care about the life insurance. I mean, we're dead when it kicks into place, right?
That's not for you anyway. But this is something that they could use, and we want them using it. And it's, the rich and the famous, the Oprahs and the Michael Jordans of the world, they have attorneys on retainer.
Right.
They have attorneys watching attorneys.
They can afford it.
That's it. And just like we were discussing a little earlier, the legalese, attorneys have their own language, so to speak. But it's not, $300 an hour. It's a little tough to afford, especially when you're pulling maybe 20.
You might find a good real estate attorney for, $225 an hour.
Okay, great. But then you got to measure that scale. I'm making $25 an hour. So where does that scale balance, or does it ever balance? So again, this is something that's just absolutely, it's a disruptor in the marketplace. And, and we were talking earlier, this thing is recession proof. When times are good, people need access to the legal system. When times are bad, people need access to the legal system. So especially in today's market, what we're running into, people being laid off, what are my benefits? Small business, gosh, what do I do? They've always got questions, but most people don't have access to get their questions answered.
Right. Just to tell you a real quick personal story, I bought a van. It was used. It was 2 years old. Bought it about 3 years ago, and I got the bumper-to-bumper warranty. Didn't need to use it for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden I had something going on. It needed a new water pump or something, and called the warranty company. They said, yeah, take it to your favorite shop. We'll reimburse them. I said, okay. I said, parts and labor? They said, absolutely. So I took it up to Bob Summerall, my mechanic up there. They do great work in Westchester, by the way. And they looked it over. They says, fine. They work with all the warranty companies. They got the pre-authorization from the warranty company. They did the repair. I went to pick it up, and they says, oh, by the way, you owe us $285. Says, I thought it was bumper to bumper. I says, a water pump. The pump itself is like, $100, and the labor, $100, whatever. Why am I paying $280 some dollars? They said, well, the warranty company only paid $60 for the part and $75 in labor, and you have to pick up the rest. They didn't cover the flush, which you have to do when you do a water pump. They didn't cover this. They didn't cover that. And I said, that isn't right. So I called my LegalShield attorney, and they put me in touch with an attorney who specializes in, that's all he does is contact warranty companies and gets the coverage that I do deserve. And he wrote a letter to them, and we got things cleared up.
And all part of that was the monthly membership.
$25 a month. It's like, wow.
You can't beat that. Excuse me. In our society today, though, when you tell clients they can have access to this for $25 a month, really it's $24.95 a month, breaks down to 83 cents a day. They look at you like, wait a minute. What kind of attorneys do you get? Did they pass the bar? Are they behind the bar, under the bar, whatever it may be? But the concept is we go into every state and we put in what we call a provider firm. And there's a company out there called Martindale Hubbell. They rate attorneys like AM Best, Standard & Poor's, rates insurance companies. And they get 1/3 of every dollar goes in based on the number of memberships.
We have, about 5,000 members in Ohio?
No, we got somewhere a little over 50, right in that neighborhood, 50,000 memberships.
In Ohio alone?
Ohio alone.
So 50 times $24.95 divided by 3.
Well, they're about $10 on the different memberships we have. So you're looking at $500,000. Now, if you're the law firm and we're paying you $500,000 a year, what kind of service would you give us?
But that's not a year.
That's a month.
A month.
You got it. And there's firms out there that we're paying over $1 million a month to handle our clients. Again, repeating myself, these are not paralegals. These are seasoned vets. Our average attorney's been practicing over 22 years. So it's a unique service.
So you want to have, I'm sure, once a week something comes up and you think, I probably should get some legal advice in this situation. Renting a car, leasing an apartment. You're closing documents for a real estate transaction. By the way, RE/MAX agents, RE/MAX, RE/MAX
has endorsed
LegalShield for their members to use as an ancillary service to their clients.
Sure. We call it NARD, National Association of Realtors. Have endorsed this service that we offer. So it is unique. It's huge. And it's something, again, we want our clients to use. We do not penalize them for using. We haven't raised rates on existing clients.
Never. I joined 20 years ago. It was $24.95 a month.
Right. So we encourage our clients to use, just like wills today. People don't have wills. I did a little homework on here and looking at our millennials from 18 to 36, 78% of the millennials do not have a will. From 37 to 52, the Generation X, I guess they call that, is 64%. And 53 to 71, it's 40%. And we know we need a will. But part of our membership, they're going to get a will, the living will, the durable power of attorney, all the legal documents that they need, final expense type things, that they need. And that's all part of our program. The will, we're going to update it yearly, free at no additional cost. The spouse, separate will, the children. Today, we cover kids. Our program, we're not only going to cover the member and the spouse, we're going to cover children up to age 26, living at home, never been married.
What if they're in college?
Well, way at college. Today, they're all home anyway. So.
Well, yeah.
But, yes, we consider 12 hours, full-time college students. And they need their wills. They need their medical directives. Heaven forbid, one of your, say, a 20-year-old son or daughter is in an accident and they can't speak for themselves. If you don't have the documents, okay, then you can't speak for them. But if you have the documents, you can speak for them. So vice versa, if you don't have your house in order. So we help them get their house in order. And the nice thing about that, that's a day one benefit.
Yeah.
It's not like they got to be with us 2 years, 3 years to qualify. But last year, we had over 2 million intakes, our clients. Okay, we got like 1.8 million members on the books. We had over 2 million intakes calling in. So that's 40,000 a week. That's about 8,000 a day. And over 80% of those calls were at no additional charge. So we were able to help our members.
Wow. So if any of this strikes a nerve, if you're listening and you don't have a will, you don't have any kind of coverage with your motor vehicle other than liability and what your insurance companies will give you, and we're going to get into some details on that in a little bit. If you don't have those things, you need to have it, and for $24.95 a month, you can have that. And the best way to do that is to just call me at 513-543-2513 or go to lsgaryrossignol.com, and you can sign up right there, and you'll be covered tomorrow. Let's take, for example, let's say something happened last week, and you're a little bit nervous, and then you call me or you go on lsgaryrossignol.com and you sign up. That's covered?
Well, what's going to happen? That would be considered what we call a pre-existing condition, but ours is unique on our pre-existing conditions because you'd be able to talk to an attorney at no additional cost. What should I do? What can I do? That type of thing. If contracts, they need to review that on a pre-existing, and we'd review contracts up to 15 pages on a personal membership. That's at no additional cost. If they need to send out a letter or make a phone call on your behalf, that's no cost. But a pre-existing, if they would have to go to court, would be a 25% discount off of our normal published rates that we have. And
in today's day and age, with what's going on with the coronavirus, the Ohio Association of Realtors just yesterday sent out a COVID-19 addendum to purchase agreement. For those who have already agreed to a purchase contract, and let's say they've had their inspections done or they're scheduled to do inspections, the closing's set for in about 20 days, and something comes up that's unnerving due to the coronavirus happening in our nation right now, we came up with this addendum. Now, I haven't really studied this much because it just came across yesterday late afternoon. I printed it out and brought it in here today. So I don't know legally what this means to me as the listing or buyer agent. I don't know legally what this means to my client, either being a buyer or a seller. So it would be a wise thing for me to send this up to my LegalShield attorney, have them look through this. They would explain it to me and how this would affect me as representing my client, or what it would mean, how I can best advise my client. So, realtors, if you're doing a fair amount of business, we're talking nationally, realtors nationally average between 6 to 8 transactions a year. A year. So about 10% of us are doing 30 to 40 transactions a year. If you're doing that kind of production, there's going to be questions that come up. And you say, how should I handle this? You refer someone and they don't do a good job, and your client comes at you about you need to talk to an attorney.
That's true. What you don't know, you don't know. And Gary, we actually can design a membership for realtors that would fit them perfect, with their 1099s. And, a lot of them don't get the W-2, they get the 1099.
Right, because we're
Schedule
totally
C and different things like that. Correct. So we have one designed that's for the realtor.
Right. So 513-543-2513 if you want any more information about LegalShield protection, how you too can have it. And there's no contracts, there's no continued obligation, there's no upfront costs at all. It's strictly month per month. The Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour is brought to you today by your LegalShield associate, which is me, at 513-543-2513. I'd like to express my gratitude to all our troops, veterans, first responders, and our heroes in service and health care, like nurses, doctors, nurses' aides, health care staff, EMT staff, police and firefighters. So often they deal with life and death situations, and especially during this pandemic situation we're in now. Thank them and keep them in your thoughts and prayers. That's the best we can do. So if you do have a question, you can call us anytime at 513-563-1480. After our break, we're going to have a moment with Miles and then more eye-opening information to save your family, home, and sanity. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on the official station for FC Cincinnati Soccer on WDJO 1480, now FM 99.5 and 107.9.
What if instead of shelling out hefty fees for a few days of legal help, you paid a monthly membership and got a law firm for life? LegalShield provides affordable, comprehensive, full-service legal and identity theft coverage. LegalShield offers personal and business plans that cover virtually all legal contingencies. Contact Gary Rossignol, your independent LegalShield associate, at 513-543-2513 or visit lsgaryrosignol.com. With LegalShield, you can live life knowing you have a lawyer in your back pocket. At the same time, isn't emptying it.
From a time when you were lost in love, Air Supply brings it all together again. The Lost in Love Experience. Friday, July 10th, Rose Music Center at the Heights. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and RoseMusicCenter.com. Air Supply.
Hi, this is Mark Elliott from the WDJO Morning Show. I buy things online all the time. Books, clothes. Why not a car? So I thought I need a car. I started looking at used cars online, Craigslist and things like that. And then I thought, I don't know anything about cars. How do I know I'm not getting ripped off? So when I got this car, it had like a 7-day return. I immediately took it to John Nolan Auto Service. They looked it over from top to bottom. They checked everything, the tires, the transmission, all those words under the hood that I can't pronounce and know anything about. They gave me a complete list of what was wrong with the car. So I knew if it was the right deal or not. They really helped me out. And they'll do the same thing for you for just $59. It costs a lot more than that to get it inspected. But right now, for WDJO listeners only, so tell them you listen to WDJO, they'll do the inspection for you, whether you're buying a car from Craigslist or a dealer or anybody else. 859-291-8833. That's their number. They're in Newport. 859-291-8833. A $59 inspection of the car you want to buy, available now from John Nolan Auto Service.
Awareness of electrical hazards in your home is the first step to reducing dangerous shock and electrical-related home fires. Cooper Electric is a Greater Cincinnati provider of Current Safe, an in-depth test of your home's electrical system utilizing revolutionary methods of testing that offers homeowners the opportunity to detect electrical hazards before they become a problem. Trust the electrician with over 70 years experience. Cooper Electric. Make safety a top priority in your home by having it become Current Safe. For no-cost consultation, visit cooper-electric.net.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
Hey, thanks for listening. You'll be glad you did. I'm your host, Gary Rossignol with RE/MAX Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's rock and roll realtor and your LegalShield associate. And now the moment we have been waiting for. This is a moment with Miles. This is the captain of our ship, Mr. Miles Beersford, owner of Remax Preferred Group, with his little tidbit of good information. Good morning, Miles.
Hey, Gary, rock and roll, my friend, and good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday.
You bet.
Someone said the only thing guaranteed in life is death, and that's a pretty bleak outlook on life. Someone else said the only guarantee in life is change. I love that premise because it gives me the reason to wake up every morning and say, good morning, God. What do you have in store for me today? Today is not the same as yesterday, and it's going to be different tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And that's this morning's Moment with Miles.
That is so true, Miles. And, you know, I couldn't have said it any better than that. That's especially in what's going on today. What's today going to be like? Who knows? It's not going to be yesterday. It's going to be not like tomorrow, but it's today, and you have to take it and embrace it
and take advantage
and move on. You got to do the best you can because you're all you've got. And we have to keep our fellow man. We have to give back and do what we can for our fellow man, and we have to embrace each other. Social distancing, but we can embrace each other with thoughts, feelings, and prayer.
The new air hug.
That's right. You got it. So that's Mr. Miles Beersford. He is the captain of our ship here at Remax Preferred Group. By the way, Remax Preferred Group is the largest Remax brokerage in the entire state of Ohio. I'm so proud and happy to be part of this brokerage with him, along with his lovely wife, Christine. They run a tight ship, and they do a great job. Thank you very much, Miles and Christine, for what you give us, your agents. Later, we're going to have a little visit with Bill Carradine with the Dragonfly Foundation. You don't want to miss that. And next week is Russell Kling with Home Savings Bank. They have plenty of money. I talked to him last night. Plenty of money to loan, a lot of good ideas, a lot of good programs available, so you don't want to miss that. Got a lot of regular listeners each week, and I'm so happy and grateful to each and every one of you. Keep telling your friends to tune in. If you're watching on Facebook, like that page, like my Facebook page. Give me a shout-out. Carol Schilling's watching, Teresa Kerr. Richard Cox. Richard, I'm going to call you later. You need to pay special attention to what's coming up in this segment of the show. And because I have with me Mr. Mike Little. He is executive director with LegalShield. Everyone needs it. Everyone can have it. Very few do because they don't know about it. And this show is dedicated to get the message, the good news out to you, how you too can have this for just $24.95 a month. No upfront fees, no lengthy contracts, just good basic coverage. It was established back in 1972. And they protect approximately 4.4 million lives in the United States and Canada. And there's a lot of reasons why everyone should have LegalShield coverage. If you don't have an up-to-date will,
true,
you need to get LegalShield. You don't understand the difference between a trust and a will.
Big difference.
A lot of families are their elders' caregivers.
True.
And they have questions about, well, you know, mom and or dad were watching after them. They're 80s. They're mobile. We want to keep them at home.
Sure. Need their power of attorney. Make decisions for them. They get to a certain age, can't make decisions. So.
If you go to an elder law attorney, you're going to spend $150, $200 an hour to draw up all that information. LegalShield has that for you. Family members challenge your parents' will.
Happening every day.
It does. It does. You don't understand your health insurance plan or new legislation.
Sure. And in today's market as well as benefits. What am I entitled to? I mean, they're changing benefits every day. They're adding. How do I get them? How do I, I'm laid off. What are my, what's my severance package? Am I ever going to go back?
Yeah.
I have one here that really, it's a creditor threatened to take actions against you for an ex-spouse debts. So that's a double whammy there. So.
Yeah. Here's one. They just moved the tax recording date back to June 15, I think. But But what if you have a small business and you have an accountant, a CPA work, but IRS audits you? They call you up and they say, we need you to come into the office, bring all your paperwork, bring your accountant, and it's a good idea to have a tax attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? LegalShield has that for you, and it's all part of the $24.95 a month.
Yeah, and Gary, sad to say, we can talk from experience on that one, but
Yeah.
I have an expert here with me. But yes, it's always nice to have your ducks in a row, and you go in and it's it is scary going in. What is it? But if you got everything documented, and they'll let you know what you're going to look at and how to do it, and you got some legal muscle there with you. So what they can say. Your accountants, they justify the numbers. Tax attorneys justify the law.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Here's a good one. Your parents die and leave you executor of their estate. I've spoke to 2 or 3 folks in the past month who are in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what to do. And I told all 3 of them, 2 of them took me up on it.